Mompha replied EFCC after they declared him wanted. My correct people them wahala wear cover shoe like this so hey. EFCC them don't declare Mompha wanted. Certainly they announced say Economic and Financial Crimes Commission declares Mompha wanted. Ismaila Mustafa. The general public is hereby notified that Ismaila Mustafa, whose photograph appears above, is wanted by the Economics and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) in an alleged case of retention of proceeds of criminal conduct, possession of documents containing false pretense, false assets declaration, and laundering of proceeds of unlawful conduct. Ismail, 38, hails from Gumosho local government area of Oyo State. His last known address is 21 Fagbonro Street, Adi Araba, Surulere, Lagos State. Anyone with useful information as to his whereabouts should please contact the commission. If it's Benin, Kaduna, Ibadan, Sokoto, Gombe, Maiduguri, Ilorin, Enugu, Kano, Lagos, Gombe, Port Harcourt, and Abuja office or through these numbers. Alright, now Mompha come write say they won't rip me, come laugh, say thieves in government uniform. That means wetin they try allege be say oh, e be like say they wan take style begin to dey chop am money or they wan use the case turn am to business. Oh, then see wetin EFCC dey talk. Alright, so according to her, Linda Wright say he was remanded in the custody of the EFCC but later granted bail of 200 million, which he failed to fulfill. The bail was later reduced to 25 million. The social media celebrity was equally absent in court on June 16, 2022. On June 10, EFCC accused him of flouting the court's order by traveling to Dubai with a new international passport. Justice Mojisola Dada of the Special Offense Court, sitting in Ikeja, Lagos on Wednesday, June 22, 2022, revoked the 200 million bail earlier granted to the suspect and also issued a bench warrant for his arrest. Defense counsel Mr. Kolawale Salami prayed the court for an extension of time to bring back the defendant to court. So Mompha don't talk in one side of the story. Say the fact that I was never absent in court revoked my bail, but fortunately the judge again released me on a temporal basis and I was asked to appear in court a week after. All these facts, especially the blackmail and intimidation by the EFCC, made me come to the conclusion that I cannot get justice within the corrupt-laden system, as the EFCC was hell-bent on extorting money from me for a crime I never committed, as well as the judge who was ready to send me back to prison custody without any evidence or basis. More importantly, to show the EFCC is a charade, the so-called nappy I was alleged to have engaged in fraudulent activities with was never declared wanted. The EFCC extorted money, cars, and landed properties from Nappy, but rather declared me wanted to generate cheap publicity. I was never involved in any illegal activity or crime. I only paid money to Nappy in the normal course of my BDC business, which I never knew whether he was involved in any form of illegal activities or not. Finally, it was obvious entering the plea bargain with the EFCC, which they wanted to force me into at all costs, means I would be convicted for a crime I did not commit and therefore become an ex-convict, and this is what EFCC sets out to achieve with me, to enable them generate more social media publicity, hence the desperation in falsely declaring me wanted and misleading the public. After my arrest and arraignment on the first case at the Federal High Court, Lagos on the 10th of December 2021, the court gave me judgment and ordered EFCC to release my wristwatches and other valuables in their custody to me for being unlawfully seized. Being a bitter agency, the EFCC, in dissatisfaction with the judgment of the court on the release of my wristwatches, came up with another trump-up charges against me on the 10th of January 2022 while I was at their office at Okoti Ebo to retrieve my wristwatches in compliance with the judgment of the court, and immediately after collecting my wristwatches, they held me down at their office and charged me to court the following day on the frivolous charges. I was arraigned before a familiar judge to the EFCC, and in effect I was given a very difficult bail to meet, as a result of which I ended up spending over 2 months in prison custody while making efforts to make the difficult bail. After several attempts to meet the bail condition failed, I successfully applied for the bail conditions to be reduced, which eventually led to my release. Upon my release, I traveled outside Nigeria to check on the welfare and well-being of my family and returned to Nigeria shortly, only for the EFCC corrupt lawyer Rotimi Oyedepo, rather than focus on the establishing his criminal case against me along with the EFCC operatives, Kaina Gamba chose to capitalize on the fact that I traveled to blackmail me into entering plea bargain with EFCC, else he would inform the judge I traveled and ensure my bail is revoked, therefore making me have no choice than to dance to his tune. I initially refused, but after so many blackmail and intimidation by Rotimi Oyedepo, I succumbed and was told to pay 140 million naira to EFCC as compensation and also sign for a 1-year imprisonment sentence, which I was uncomfortable with, and they therefore reduced it to 40 million naira and 1-year imprisonment. When it became obvious to EFCC that I wasn't going to sign the plea bargain and play on their game, they informed the judge I traveled and judged without any concrete evidence and disregard. So Mompha say they won't rip me, con laugh. Thieves in government uniform. I be smart, you know. Alright, 9 people come the react. First person say, they say if you beat a child so much, he will challenge you one day. This is what is happening now. They should accept any word thrown at them. Then the second person say, now only Nigeria you go get money and you no get rest of mind. EFCC, NPF are the most corrupt organization in Nigeria, claiming to be fighting one-side corruption. Last person here say, why look for him? Are they not the ones who gave him back his luxuries? First person say, once them broke, them go remember Mompha, Kolo people, honestly. Second person say, Mompha and EFCC, a marriage made in heaven. Maybe smart, you know. Alright, so my correct people, them, when person or group of people decide not to respect themselves, now so they go to dance for poto. Honestly, this is so embarrassing. When Mompha fit come out, can call people in such a sensitive government organization thieves. No. It doesn't make sense at all. And nobody fit even come out, with their full chest, say, this thing wey Mompha do no good, I go condemn am. Nobody fit come out, come talk, because of everybody. They look, say, all these people. E be like say na when they broke, now they go just go resurrect Mompha case. Anytime when they need money, when I say I'm not, I just read and hear for una. Say na anytime when they need money, now they resurrect in case. It's well, my correct people them. But me, I don't know. My spirit tell me say the Mompha no clean. I feel like he belongs to the likes of Hush Puppy them and the rest. Well, I really can't say him himself. He say he's innocent. So I don't know why they tell am to sign all those deals, then may enter prison for 1 year, and he's saying he's innocent, blah blah blah. I really can't know, I really can't tell. So on that note, which I will tell una be say, una thank you for watching, una stay beautiful, make una stay bye.